Jay Moore Show underway. Jay Moore, you here?
I'm just staring out the window because that van is back here again. And I've seen this van here a few times.
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes me feel like the old criminal movie that, what's going on inside that van. They're parked out there. They're doing a stakeout. The one guy's having a cigarette. We're in a bad part of town.
Oh, come on, a bad part of town. It's daytime. Beautiful Chrysler Avenue in downtown
beautiful
Niagara
Chrysler
Falls,
Avenue.
Canada.
Out of your mind.
Good place to be. 4680q.ca, 4680q.com.
Yes. Thank you.
Or 4680q. If you want to.
Whatever you want, Pat.
That's how you do it.
The 4 to the 6 to the 8 to the 0. Put it in the
Q. It's your show today.
.com.ca. It doesn't really matter.
Well,
yeah,
so
it's my show. Yes.
What do we got? What are we going to talk about besides nothing?
Yeah, well, I don't really have anything on the agenda, Pat Porter. It seems like it's been a slow news week. We can do questions from the fans. We can play music. Demolition Ax, she'll be calling in at 3:20. He's supposed to, but I haven't heard back from him all day. Now, I don't know if it's because... Again, people don't want to talk to you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, that's right. Because a lot of times you embarrass it, like you do.
I'm going to let you talk to Axe when he calls.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's a world famous wrestler.
No, because you didn't do any research on Axe.
I figured you knew everything about him already.
You didn't. Yeah, that's what I mean. You make me do all the heavy lifting.
Well, you already know this off the top of your head.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
You know about the Axe and his tag team.
But
and
it's
his,
unbalanced when you don't talk. It's unbalanced.
I'll talk.
I understand it? Yeah, okay.
I'll talk. I know a few things, enough to talk about
right,
him.
sure.
I can get the Axe going.
So I'm embarrassed to say that's supposed to be happening because I just haven't heard back from him.
Oh, he's busy guy. He's
going to be down at ESW, Pat Porter. I don't know if I should read that.
What's ESW?
ESW is Empire State Wrestling, one of the greatest wrestling organizations in the United States. Friday, March 15th. In Niagara Falls, New York, at the Frontier Fire Hall, and I've been there many, many times performing for ESW back in the day. Pat Porter.
In the ring.
Empire State Wrestling, and they were in a great organization. And Axe and Smash will be there doing a meet and greet. So that's what we're going to talk about if he calls in, Pat Porter. So you better be on your best behavior.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Here comes the guys in the van. The door's opening.
Here they come.
Yes.
Throwing a cigarette in the gutter.
Yes.
Now they're going down the street to get something to eat.
Yeah, well, I've been watching a lot of that John Gotti on Netflix, and that's exactly what they do. Eh?
Yeah, there's no markings on that van either.
Door opens, and suddenly you're getting slung, through the glass here with a M16 and shot down, and the old New York gangster shows.
You do your show with Little K every Wednesday night at 8:00.
Yeah, well, last Wednesday I came here, I shut all the lights off.
Well, you sat here in the dark?
I sat here in the dark because I didn't want them looking in at me. I don't like it.
Well, they walk by because you're going to Grand Central down there for a bite to eat and a few drinks.
And there's a pool tournament there every Wednesday.
Yeah, okay. So they pass by and see you in here. I
had to park my car in an area that I didn't trust so well, and in front of
what?
Dare I say crack house? In front of a crack house. In front of a crack house. And the people were outside and they wouldn't leave the porch. And I was like, this is the only place to park.
So you parked it?
Yeah. And it's only because this station is yet to give me or Little K a parking pass. It only gives you, King Pat Porter, a parking pass for the back, which is a joke. Why do you get a parking pass?
I come in here during the week sometimes and do some other stuff. So I need a parking spot. So Rick Rose.
Do some other stuff like, you hustle business. That's what you're doing.
Rick Rose. I told him one time, I said, I got to park here. I got 90 minutes. I'm going to have to hurry.
Yeah.
He says, well, hey, let me give you a parking pass.
Yeah.
He gave me a parking pass, and so I can park now for free all the time.
Yeah.
So if you need the parking pass ever, just give me some advance notice, and I'll let you borrow it. I need the parking
pass, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to give it back.
Well, I rifled through all the filing cabinets here at nighttime to see if there's any, and I couldn't find any.
No, that's it. I got the last one.
You did get the
Paul
last
Lemire
one.
has one, too.
Why does he need one? He lives down here. He can walk down here. He can take city transit. He's a public personality. He loves being in the public.
Paul is a special person, so he wants a special pass. He's on here Monday to Friday, don't forget. He also does a show with John Fillion.
Yeah.
So they talk about hockey, about Montreal Canadiens.
Many times. We've plugged everybody's show many, many times.
You got to plug Paul Lemire.
Nobody plugs my show ever. Not Paul Lemire.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's true.
I have to plug it. Yeah. Here I am, sitting here with you. It's called The Infamous Jay Moore Show with Pat Porter.
Yeah, well, I haven't gotten any love from the Viz. I haven't gotten any love from Brandy Ford. I haven't gotten any love from Paul Lemire.
Brandy Ford invited you onto her show, and she was on our show, and
right.
Yeah, so you didn't show up on her show. I came in.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Yeah, I guess you didn't get the notice ahead of time, so
yeah,
you called in on the telephone, and started bad mouthing me. But what else is new? So, how many years you been bad-mouthing me, Jay Moore?
Well, Pat Porter, you brought it all onto yourself.
Why?
You know that. You brought it all onto yourself.
I was always a laid-back guy on the air, friendly guy, easy-going.
It was,
and you show up.
The old wrestling shows where you used to come into the ring and try to embarrass my crew of people.
That wasn't hard.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. See, that's the attitude.
A bunch of followers you've got in the wrestling world.
When I talk to you on radio, you treat me like I'm nothing for radio. You act like you're the legend, and I'm just have no space. And I had no room in this space.
You're like a mini legend.
A mini legend, yeah. So
you're like a mini me.
For all the years,
Jim Moore's the mini me.
For all the years that I've made you a superstar. Not
you did it.
I made you a superstar.
You did it, eh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I gave you the highest ratings on your old radio show.
You did. I got to give you credit for that.
And many, many things, Pat Porter. I made you a superstar in the wrestling business. A personality out in the public. I got you doing your first ever live stage show where you were too nervous to do that before. And
nervous? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What live show was that?
That was Big Texas, Pat Porter. Mike Richards production.
I got you in there. What are you talking? You got me. I got you in there. Mike Richards hired me. He was the sound guy there, and he also hired the bands that played at Big Texas about 5 years ago or so.
And
then I said, well, can Jay come along? He says, well, if he doesn't cause any trouble.
At that very show, Pat Porter, I got pickpocketed when I went to the bar by one of those security guys that claimed to be security.
And that's that guy that lives upstairs.
Yeah.
Dan, I guess.
Actually pulled $50 out of my pocket.
He wanted to borrow it, that's all.
No, he stole it.
He was going to pay you back. He still owes you. You see him around town every now and then.
He still passes by the window here on the Wednesday night.
Yeah, tell him he owes you $50.
I've tried. He wanted me to promote his Santa Claus show. He said he was Santa Claus.
He hasn't seen a $50 bill since he was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he rolled it for the cocaine going up his nose.
Oh, come on. good old Dan from the I can't even say where he's from. Because your comment there,
it's fine.
You're going to get us sued here.
They all agree with it anyways.
Yeah, he lives upstairs over the top. Yeah, he comes down. He follows us around.
Right.
So I got rid of him, but he still follows you around.
Yeah. Yeah, he still says he's got Randy Macho Man Savage's glasses.
Oh, he does he?
Things, yeah, and he doesn't even have the story straight of how he died. So I don't know, man. It just seems like a lot of.
Yeah, you talk to the street people when you're running around and doing things at night. They've all got interesting stories.
Sure do, yeah, especially in this neighborhood.
They're all pretend stories.
Especially
they make them
in
up.
This neighborhood.
Look, this is a good neighborhood. We're like a block from downtown. We can go get something to eat. We can go get something to drink.
Wednesday night when I was here, I looked out the window and somebody was lifting the handle to my car.
Lifting the what?
Lifting the handle to my car, like trying to open the door to see if it was
unlocked. You parked
unlocked.
right out front.
I parked down in front of the crack house, is what I'm saying.
You need a parking pass.
Oh, would you stop? Would you stop?
Hey, why don't we play a song?
Please get me out of here. Play some music.
Collect your thoughts, eh?
Oh.
So you know what you're talking about here
instead
of this stupid stuff that
I need a drink.
You're pushing on the radio here at 4680Q.
I'm getting a whiskey fridge delivered here.
Here's a Bob for you. Unskinny Bob. A Poison.
Skinny so strange, you know. She got so many bees in her heart. Am I just another one, another baby? Come on. Every time I touch her, she get hot. I wanna make love and never stop. Come on, the air, pull me to the floor. Watch me go, oh, sing it, oh, skinny pop. Blows me away. Sing it to us, skinny pop. Whoa, night and day. Give me some us, skinny pop, 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 pop. Baby, love play. I'm skinny pop, nothing more. Come on. Say my love won't do you. Who's that in love written on your face? Mama, see right through you. Yeah, who's riding who at the end of the race? Come on. What's right? What's wrong? What's left? What the hell is going on? Say Lord, sing it, us, get it up. Blows me away. Give it to us, get it up, up. Whoa, night and day. How about you say us, get it up, 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 up. Baby, love me. She don't play, pull me to the floor. Thank you.
Unskinny bop there,
Yeah, live, Pat Porter.
as opposed to your big fat bop, I suppose, huh?
Yeah.
Chubby, you know,
Yeah.
chubby fat.
I'd watch your mouth if I were you, because I just got confirmation that Axe will be calling in about 5 minutes, Pat Porter. So you better get straightened up here, or either play some music or come up with something.
I know the
weather.
guy's from Cambridge, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where he grew up.
Is that what you read on Wikipedia or something?
No, I heard this somewhere. Maybe,
Okay.
You know, but
Yeah.
back in the day, the
I
guy's
didn't know.
been around for a long time. He's
Lot
in
of
his
years.
late 60s, I think.
A lot of
right?
years.
So he goes back to the days of Lord Leighton and Coco. What's his name?
What? Well, I'm going to say Coco Beware. You're going to say
No.
something else.
I forget the Coco somebody. But a lot of wrestlers from
Bobo
back
Brazil?
in the day. Bobo Brazil.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Bobo Brazil, yeah.
Well, that'd be interesting if he knows about that, Pat Porter, because I don't think he's ever brought that up in any interviews ever. But
Have you heard every interview that he's ever done?
no.
Well, then maybe he has.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking it would be more of an original
We're
question.
going to ask him about Lord Athol Leighton
All
and
right.
what he had in common with Lord Leighton back in the day. All right.
You're just going to ruin everything.
No.
You're just going to sabotage.
You can ask
another
him all the
interview.
questions if you want. But we know that he's going to be at the Frontier Fire Hall in Niagara Falls, New York on Friday, March 15th. And here's where you get your tickets if you want to go to that big wrestling event. ESWTIX.com.
Yeah. And not only Axe, but Smash will be there as well as tag team partner.
Smash. What's he look like?
Demolition, Axe and Smash.
Whoa. What do you think? I think that's probably...
You think
that's
that?
it.
You
Or
think
maybe
this
somebody
could be
is saying,
Axe?
"Will you tell Jay to shut up?"
It could be that,
Okay.
Pat Porter. Would you get
Let's
something
find out.
going on here?
Let's find out. Hello, 4680q.ca.
Jay?
Yeah, Jay's here. Jay,
I'm
say
right
hi.
here. Mr. Bill Eady, how are you? We're already on the air, just to let you know.
Very good, very good.
Good, man. Do you mind? We're just on the air right now. We're all good?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to you coming back into, I guess, the Niagara Falls, Buffalo area for a big show because and I get excited because we've seen you here many times in the past few years. We just saw you at the Hamilton Comic Con. I think you were at Niagara Falls one too, and
Yes.
you're still making the rounds as Axe and Smash Demolition, and I love it. How you feel coming in Niagara Falls?
Oh, I love it. That's, believe it or not, that's one of my favorite areas because when I first started wrestling, that was one of my first events.
Really?
In the Buffalo area in Niagara Falls. I don't know if I think the building was right near the waterfront at that time. But,
Yeah.
We were just up in Hamilton, and we're back up in the Buffalo area later on in the summer. So, but the fans are always receptive there. We used to go up to Elio DiPaolo's restaurant. I don't know if it's still there.
It is still there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And was there a little Italy still
Yeah, for
active
sure.
area?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite areas up there.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. And you did spend a lot of time WWE with Demolition out in Buffalo. And over here, we saw you a lot in Maple Leaf Gardens for Jack Tunney. You did a lot of wrestling for them, too. So there's a lot of wrestling history here and a lot of wrestling historians that are going to be happy to see you guys come in March 15th in Niagara Falls, New York for ESW. And I'm excited as well. I couldn't believe, I knew you were the masked superstar, but I couldn't believe you go all the way back even before that, the Mongols and everything. Like that is stuff before my time. Like you are a lifelong wrestler, really. You're a guy that's actually done it for your whole life.
Been fortunate, had a good career, and thank goodness to the fans that remember us. And we go to the meet and greets, we go to the events and live events and signings and stuff. And it's always nice to talk to the fans and because they can remember things that we forgot. They know more about us than we do.
Yeah, because you were actually legit on the road 350 days a year, like doing it for real on the road. Like it's much different than today. Like you guys had to do that and do 2-3 shows a night sometimes. So I guess would tend to forget the odd match here and there, you know?
Yeah, but it's all fun memories. I mean, if I could do it again, and I couldn't at this age, but if I could do it again, I'd do it all over again.
That's amazing.
You know, Axe, this is Pat Porter. I'm Jay's co-host here on the show. Now, Jay's the guy that knows all about wrestling. I'm just kind of his sidekick. But I'll tell you, we put this information about you appearing on the show today up on Facebook and Instagram and all our social media, and it went wild. People, whoa, you know, Axe is going to be talking to you guys. It's great.
Well, thank you. That's nice to hear, and we're looking forward to it. And it's always, like I said, it's always nice to go and meet the fans face to face. For years, we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And now we can sit and chat with them and take pictures with them and relay stories and things like that. It's nice to be remembered, our friends.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, you were in such a huge peak of pro wrestling at the time that we were watching it. Like in the, even in the 80s. Like a lot of people talk about the 90s, but the 80s, like the Hogans, the Andres, the Demolitions, like those are my memories of you guys on Saturday Main Event. When Saturday Main Event was just bubbling, like that was such a huge time in pro wrestling, and you were such a big part of it. And do you ever get acts like that, fans coming up and remembering the Masked Superstar? Because even me as a young man, I first saw you doing like the Poughkeepsie, New York shows or the Allentown shows, whatever those tapings were, at early Masked Superstar, and I love that character.
Yeah, up in the Montreal area.
Yeah.
More so down here in the South. I live in Atlanta, so
okay.
It was prominent down here in the Mid-Atlantic area, and North, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama area, Tennessee.
Yeah.
But yes, it was exposed a little bit, and in Japan when I still get an opportunity to go over back and forth to Japan, so
yeah,
they remember Masked Superstar a little more.
I think the Masked Superstar, that character in Japan is amazing. Like that totally fits. It's interesting that you kind of started Japan, before you went WWE or anything like that.
Well, I started the character in Mid-Atlantic.
Oh,
In
nice.
the Charlotte territory.
Yeah.
Then moved to Georgia, and then back and forth between North Carolina and Georgia.
Yeah.
And then my first trip over there, it caught on,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a little thing with Inoki, and got 18 years out of it, so it was successful.
That is amazing. That is amazing. How would one get started at, like, even being known in Japan? Like, when you're breaking it in your career, you're starting and you go to Japan. Like, how do you get attention? How do you get over there? How does that work?
Well, it's similar to here in the States. I mean, they have their own television
Yeah.
production companies and stuff, and they had live TVs on Fridays.
Yeah.
And the fans in Japan are really avid fans, so they follow wrestling and, of course, sumo,
Mm-hmm.
and they're big baseball fans, too. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're on television and you get popular, then you get noticed. And I was fortunate to be over there so many times. I was probably 49 trips.
Wow.
Anywhere from 2 weeks to 8 weeks.
Wow. That's crazy. And your big
Yeah.
your big matches were like Inoki. Were you working like guys like Andre and all that over there? Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
must have been.
partners with Andre, opponents against Andre.
Oh, nice.
Hogan was popular then.
Nice.
Inoki, Sakaguchi, Fujinami, all the big stars.
It seems like such a tough era. Like, that seems like where men were men and wrestling was wrestling. Like, it seems like a tough camp of guys back then.
Well, it's a different style. Over there, it's a lot tougher, a lot rougher.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of tough guys here in the States, too, though.
Yeah, that's
Even,
absolutely for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, go ahead, Pat.
I got a question for you, Axe. I don't know, maybe you might have been kind of a young man or maybe even a kid back in the day when this was happening, but did you ever run across anybody like Fritz von Erich or Lord Layton or Bobo Brazil or any of those guys?
Oh, yeah. When I first started, not so much Fritz von Erich. I heard of Fritz. He was in the Southwest, in the Texas area.
Uh-huh.
But Bobo, I ran into Bobo quite often when I first started because I broke in the Ohio area, and Bobo was real popular in Ohio, Michigan, and Illinois area, and Chicago.
I know Lord Layton had a television show where he hosted the wrestling that came out of Cleveland. And
Right.
Yeah, it was great. Black and white television back in those days, but a lot of good wrestling.
I know the name Lord Layton, but I don't recall if I ever met him, to be honest with you.
Okay, Englishman. He dressed up in a suit for hosting the show, but he did get in the ring at times and wrestled as well. But I don't think he managed to hit your level of stardom. So I just wondered if you were
he was
around.
pretty popular at that time.
He was back. He was back in those days. Yeah, he was quite popular.
Yeah. Every area has their people that they revere and hate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What was Axe, your like kind of, what would you feel your biggest time in wrestling is? Because to me, looking at you at the Masked Superstar, that was one great era. Like, what was it like when you had to change to like a Demolition, go work with Smash and be a tag team? What was the differences then, and how were you feeling?
Well, it probably rejuvenated my longevity in the business.
Yeah.
I was already in the business probably 10 years or so, maybe a little more at the time.
Yeah.
And it gave me a little fresh start having a tag team. And if you guys remember, I think the fans do fondly, that time frame in WWF was saturated with good tag teams.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Killer Bees, the Hart Foundation, all the Jimmy Hart's guys, all Bobby Heenan's guys. You were managed by Mr. Fuji. That seemed like kind of an oddball thing to me at the time, but it was a great tag team with Fuji as well.
Yeah, it was good. He fit our character at the time because he was a sinister type of individual.
Yeah.
And but like you mentioned, then you got Martel and Santana, and you got
Strike Force,
the Brain Busters, and you got Powers of Pain. There wasn't and the Rockers, and you could go on and on and
Absolutely.
on. Power and Glory.
It was such an era of tag team wrestling, and I kind of think you guys were like the workhorses behind that Saturday main event, really, because you were always featured in a high place on the main event when that was breaking out to be a big thing.
Yeah, that was a good spot for us too.
Yeah.
That good exposure.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize at the time, but we do now, years after the fact. You know, we retired many, many years ago from the actual ring, but people still remember us. And then every time we go out, somebody brings up something that happened years ago, and so I said, man, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to happen in Niagara Falls. There's going to be a lot of fans that we can reminisce with and chat with and bring up good stories.
Well, there definitely is.
We always look forward to going out.
There definitely is, Axe, because the fans do. You remember you here. We've been to every house show when it was down here in Buffalo area, and we remember you from the TV. And we love that Demolition is coming in on March 15th, the Friday night, Pat Porter.
Yeah.
But it's for ESW Wrestling, and they run a damn good wrestling promotion up in Niagara Falls.
That.
Yes, so I think you're going to be really happy, Axe, with the way you're treated. I think you're going to be happy with the fans that come by. They're definitely
they love
looking
you,
forward.
Axe. They love you.
And I think it's going to be a good night on March 15th down at the Frontier Fire Hall. So ESWTix.com to get the tickets. Axe, man, I love that you joined in on the show today to say hi to the fans.
It's my pleasure. And Smash and I are looking forward to meeting all the people and chatting with them and going over old stories and reminiscing. So
we love it.
Encourage everybody to come down.
We will see you, Axe, down on March 15th at the Fire Hall, Frontier Fire Hall, Niagara Falls, New York. See you later, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Axe.
Bye-bye.
You have a great weekend, what's left of it. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye now. All right, there you go. Demolition. That is Demolition by Rick Derringer.
Great song. I love that.
Yeah, theme song.
In your face, old school pro wrestling. Back in the day, there's a lot of fans here that will love that, and a lot of fans that are going to love to see Axe's Smash, man, down in Niagara Falls, New York for
he's going to have some merchandise, eh? For
Oh, yeah. They have Demolition shirts. I think he still owns the rights to the names to Demolition. I meant to ask him that, but I got distracted with your Lord Leighton or whoever you were talking about.
Lord Athol Leighton, who was a big star back in the 50s
Never
and 60s.
heard of him.
Well, of course, you're just a kid.
Never heard of him.
Well, when did you start coming around?
Well, why wouldn't you ask?
You're still running around in your short
Why
pants?
wouldn't you ask Axe? Why wouldn't you ask Axe? about a question that's relatable to his career.
It was relatable. He met these guys.
So he didn't even know him. He said he didn't know him.
He didn't know Lord Layton that much, but he had heard of him.
Yeah.
He talked about Fritz von Erich working in Texas, and he talked about Bobo Brazil, who we ran into many times.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah.
So put it in your mouth and swallow it.
Empire State Wrestling, one great wrestling promotion out in Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, New York. And Friday, March 15th, Pat Porter, you can meet Axe and Smash, great tag team, Demolition, former tag team champions many, many times. And tell your old stories and get your selfies with Axe and Smash, March 15th, eswtix.com.
All right. 4680q.ca. It is the infamous Jay Moore Show with Pat Porter. That's me. And I have to take second fiddle to Jay Moore.
You do not.
Imagine.
You made up the name.
What does my career come to? That I'm second fiddle to you on your show on a Saturday afternoon. It does become a podcast, and I know thousands of people listen to it as a podcast. But here I am, second fiddle, sitting in a small chair. You're in the big chair. It's the infamous Jay Moore Show. And even if you look at,
Would you stop?
All right. Why don't we talk about our sponsors and our partners here at 4680Q? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Of course
right.
I'm ready.
I'll start out. We got to talk about Six Pack Recruiting because this place, this is amazing. They're going to be on the air in Tampa, Florida, because Dale Ann Melnick is down there right now recruiting. She recruits from volleyball, student athletes, girls that are in high school that are really fantastic at their sport. And when they get out of high school, they want to do something more. They want to go to university or college in the States or Canada, Australia, and she'll find a spot for them. If they're good, she'll find a spot. She'll get them in on a scholarship.
Yeah.
So they get their education for free and they can play volleyball for fun. So here's what you do. You want to play NCAA, U.S. Sports, or CCAA? Book a free call with your recruiter, Dale Ann Melnick, to learn how Six Pack Recruiting Sports can support you. The athletes are backed with personal support, personal commitment. And I've checked on this thoroughly, and I know that this is true. This is for real. She's not fooling around. She gets these girls great spots. She's been doing this for over 30 years. She'll take you step by step right through the regular online meetings and connect you with athletes and coaches across the U.S. and Canada. Six Pack Recruiting. You gotta find out more about that. Check it out.
Yes.
Six Pack Recruiting. What's the website here? Sixpackrecruiting.com.
Now, is it 6 SIX or is it 6 with a number?
SIX.
SIX.
Yeah. Sixpackrecruiting.com.
Let me tell you about Crystal Ball Beach Cafe, Pat Porter. Now, the info sheet that you gave me here says February 9th, which we're well past that.
Yeah, it's way past that.
Past that. So a lot of this information.
The fact of February is that they're open from 9 till 2 during the month of February.
That's right. Yes.
Monday to Sunday.
Yes. A reminder of that. I don't know if this Friday, February 9th is with this another Friday, another bagel. That only happens on the 9th.
Yeah,
so that is irrelevant. But we are going to remind you that they're open from 9 to 2, all for the month of February, Pat Porter.
Yeah.
And also we want to remind everyone that although we do not have an artist social this month, we still have Dean Weir's beautiful photography up on our cafe walls, and each is being sold for $60 for the rest of the month.
Black
we
and
also
white,
welcome a local Ken and his woodwork art for this month as well. So that's happening for the month of February. There's only a couple weeks left, Pat Porter.
Talk about the food. Talk about what you're going to get when you go in there and sit down.
The food is the icing on the cake. The food is the best of the best in all of Crystal Beach. You go in there and there's activity and there's fun and all these social things going on. But then you have something to eat.
Yeah. Erie Road.
Yes.
In Crystal Beach.
And it's very beachy.
You'll be going up to Robin Bannerman, the proprietor, on your way out the door. You'll be thanking her for listening to 4680Q, and we send you down there, and you're going to thank us.
And the beach lives on even in the month of February because you can go right to the Crystal Ball Beach Cafe, and it's the environment and the people, the beachers. They all gather around there.
They love it down there.
They all gather around there, yeah. So.
Get down there, check it out, especially in the summertime.
Beautiful.
Herndon Estate Winery. Wow. Now, they've got supper markets beginning the 5th of June every Wednesday until the end of August, 4:30 until dusk with food trucks and vendors, live music and wine and beer and Wow. Not only that, but first weekend back, June 7th, they're going to be open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 11 to 5, with wine flights, wine by the glass and bottle. 52-ounce sangria is going to be back with the new Wall of Fame. So you might even be on that Wall of Fame. They'll take your picture and stick it up there.
Yeah.
Live music among the vines back in July and August every Friday. Jay and I are going to be down there hosting some of those shows, hopefully. And the big craft show comes up at Herndon Estate Winery October 5th and 6th. So get in on that. But I was talking to Angel Herndon just this last week, and she tells me that if anybody has a big show they want to put on, like a music show, a big event like Woodstock even, a big festival, they've got such huge acreage there. They can accommodate anybody that wants to throw a big show. They won't charge you. You won't have to pay any fees for using the space. They'll sell the wine.
Okay.
And that's how you can get in. So get in touch with Herndon Estate Winery. Talk to Angel, and she'll set you up if you have a show you want to put on down there anytime. Not now. It's February. But in the better weather, for sure. Get in touch. All right.
I wanted to go over a couple pieces of news, Pat Porter, a couple pieces of commentary that I have, and an opinion piece on your behalf, if you will.
Yeah.
Number one, as we know, we both live in the north end of St. Catharines, and the Carlton Street Bridge has been closed for repair. There's always a bridge down. There's always a bridge not working, the St. Lawrence Seaway and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to do some reading here, and because they had an announcement of the opening, the date for the whole St. Lawrence Seaway, and when you go on to Facebook, and if you don't subscribe to the stupid Welland Tribune or any of these newspapers, they shut down the article halfway when I'm trying to read the date.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's March 22nd, and then they're asking for me to make a $49.99 subscription to get that answer. And this is one thing that I am sick of.
I know all about that.
You're not allowed to have news on Facebook.
I can tell you for free.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is just I'm trying to get the date. Not that that's as important as.
Well, that'll come out. That'll be common news very, very shortly now. It's coming up in March.
And I'm just tired of all these streaming people and all these people trying to get me to pay for the Welland Tribune, streaming services, Netflix, Spotify, YouTube. It's going over like $200. It's going to be like we reinvented the wheel to cable. I said this on Wednesday's show. We reinvented the wheel where all this stuff isn't getting expensive. Yeah. And another thing, Pat Porter, that's really been bothering me lately is what are we doing with the stickers on the goddamn license plates? They're
done. It's over.
No, but then people are getting pulled over saying you still have to register your license plate, and then now Ford is going up saying that you don't have to do that. Like, what is happening? The service
I'll
centers,
give you the story. I'll give you the true story.
Please, help me.
I will.
Help me.
If you shut up a minute.
Thank you.
All right, take a breath. Don't cough all over me. Just take a breath. Now, what's happening is this has to pass in the Ontario government, the legislature.
Yeah.
But they're expecting that to pass right away, anytime soon. You will not have to go buy your sticker. You will not have to get in line and register. You will get this done automatically, and if you have a good driving record, no tickets or any fees that you owe, nothing. You just drive. You just keep driving. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
But if you have a parking ticket or something, well, then you might get a notice to register.
Yeah.
But you got to pay your fine first. And if you don't get the notice to register, you still got to pay your fine. Then the police officer can pull you over because they have this system now in their cars where they can, pick up your license plate somehow, and they can spot you. They don't have to see your license plate and look at it. It gives them a little beep in their car or something like that. Oh, we got this guy.
It sounds like this has all been a play from the start. It sounds like this is a way to...
a plot, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a plot. And is all this going to go smoothly, or is it really going to be...
we kidding?
Don't have to pay? Yeah, no, it's not. What a joke.
Well, I know I have to register in September because I got mine for 2 years.
Yeah.
So my birthday comes up in September, and so I would have to get in line or somehow get my sticker or whatever. Just pay for it, even though I don't get a sticker.
Yeah.
And if I didn't remember, like I know about this, but if I hadn't remembered, I'd be stuck.
Well, I don't remember either.
I know.
And what? Am I going to have to go online and do this?
No, I'm telling you, you don't have to do anything now. You don't have any outstanding tickets or anything? You're so far clear?
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. If they're not looking for you for anything, then you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
That's it.
So I just
You're
have to
done.
wait to be pulled over.
Well, they won't pull you over. If you
Okay.
don't have any tickets, if you don't have any outstanding fines, they'll leave you alone.
So their signal, the bat signal that goes to the car, dee.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can even go back to the license plate in the back of your car, and you can scrape off the stickers and throw them away.
Oh.
They don't matter anymore.
Well, I hope you're telling the truth,
I
Pat
am.
Moore. Okay.
Why would I lie to you, Jay Moore?
I don't know. Well, you're lying to the people if you're.
No.
Yeah.
This is, you can take this to the
audience.
bank,
All
for
right.
sure.
All
So
right.
Now you know that.
There's just a few things I needed to clarify this week.
I
that
haven't
really
told you about the
bothered me.
top hat ceremony for the opening of the canal yet. 'Cause
What
you
is
were,
that?
You were going on and on about that. That was your
Okay.
big complaint.
Go ahead.
Well, what happens is they have all the notables from this, region or city or whatever, meeting at the Welland Canal Center, and that's where the first ship comes by from Lake Erie, going to Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
And the captain of that ship gets an award from usually the mayor of St. Catharines.
Yeah.
And he gets a top hat to wear. And so everybody's happy because once again we get to wait for the bridges. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
All winter long when we don't have to wait for the bridges, they shut them down to fix them.
Do they really think that we need a big ceremony for that? Like, can't they just make an announcement that the bridges are open?
I went to one of
It
those
just seems-
ceremonies. Mayor Tim Rigby was the mayor at the time. And I was there as a guest of Councilman Norm St. George,
Yeah.
who invited me personally to come down and
Yeah.
meet the captain and talk to him about his top hat ceremony and everything. It was a lot of fun.
It may have been a lot of fun, but aren't the taxpayers paying for this?
Yeah, well, sure.
So we're paying for this.
Well, so
For
was
these
I.
guys to stand out in front of a bridge and take
I'll
their
get their
top-
picture taken.
Oh, this is so ridiculous.
The local
We need to
newspaper
eliminate
comes
a
down
lot
to
of
send a
this.
reporter down there and do a little story on them.
We're paying these people to do a job, and this is a
Just-
performance that we're getting.
Your boat's in the
What a
water. Just
joke.
keep it going. You'll be in Lake
All
Ontario.
you have to do is make an announcement on social media
That's
that
right.
you don't need a top hat ceremony, you don't need Groundhog Day, you don't need a lot of these stupid ceremonies that we're having just to keep everybody happy.
The groundhog comes out. To me,
pleasant.
it's like whack-a-mole, Well,
Oh,
there he is. Whack. Okay. There he comes out the other hole. Oh, whack.
You are not allowed to say that on air. You know that.
I can say anything I want.
No,
on
you're
here.
not allowed to say that, Pat Porter. You'll go to jail for saying stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
going to jail for anything.
Yeah, they
and if
will.
I do go to jail, you'll bail me out with all your money.
Nah.
You'll show up an hour later and I'll be free.
The Trudeaunomics have taken all my money away.
Taking your money away.
That's it.
I think you want to hear another song. Eh? You want to hear a song?
Please.
Yeah, this is your playlist here, so we don't have any Grandpa Jones to play today.
No, thank God.
Oh, but we got something here from Biff Naked.
You left me like a broken doll in pieces as I took the fall for you. You don't chomp, you left me free falling like space junk, burning up in the atmosphere of life. Well, I sound like a philosopher, but I'm a fool that's off a rocker, 'cause I let you into my heart that one last time. I've had enough, made up my mind. I'm gonna get up and out and wild. I love myself today, not like yesterday. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm gonna be okay. I love myself today, not like yesterday. Take another look at me now, 'cause it's your last look forever. Well, look at you, you're all puffed up in a big red truck, but you're out of luck this time. Well, that's tough, 'cause I'm on fire, too hot to touch, with a chat room full of lovers on the line. Gonna step right up, spit shine my soul. I'm gonna be proud and loud and out of control. I love myself today, not like yesterday. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm gonna be okay. I love myself today, not like yesterday. Take another look at me now, 'cause it's your last look
I love myself today. I love myself every day.
Yeah,
Jay.
you're shaking your head around there like you're going crazy.
Well, I like Biff naked.
Like you're in a mosh pit or something.
Well, I've been in a mosh pit.
At your age.
No, I've been in a mosh pit as a mature gentleman.
Okay. Did you get beat up?
No. I got tossed around.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Or were you at a Limp Bizkit show or something?
I can't remember what the show was now, but it was outdoor shows.
Yeah.
Long before you came around.
Probably Woodstock.
So it was
Original Woodstock.
Yeah, I was talking to KK about that. KK used to be with me on the other radio station.
Yeah.
Christy Knight. And KK, she was asking me about Woodstock. And she said, have you been to Woodstock? And I wouldn't tell her for sure. Because, you don't want to tell her anything because there you go,
Right, yeah.
It's all over everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But I hinted at it, and she ran away with that as it was, and then kicked me out of the studio.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to talk about? We got a few more minutes here. Anything that's really getting at you?
There's nothing getting at me, Pat Porter. I got it all off my chest. I really wanted to know about those stickers and everything. I did get an email if you wanted to go through that at infamousjmore.com. This one's coming from Butch in Buffalo, who appreciates Jay and Pat, appreciate the Axe on the air. Good to hear some good wrestling stories, and looking forward to the show ESW. Pat Porter, they want your opinion on who's going to win WrestleMania, what's going on with The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns.
I don't know who's going to win. I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I'll pass on that question.
When wrestling is, you have no idea. You've retired from the ring. And,
I haven't retired. They just don't want me back anymore. Maybe they will.
I think you're going to sneak into
Resolution.
I think you're going to sneak into Resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have Pat
Chris
Porter.
Thorne will get me back in there.
It's been announced Resolution is coming back, Pat Porter, and we're going to be there August 10th, I believe, at the Meridian Center. So check out the CWF socials on all that one. As you know, Pat Porter, if you've been following social media, the CWF boys have been on Northern Tour doing the Ice Road tours.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So they've been up to that.
They go way up in the Northwest Territory.
Way up in the Northwest. They drive over frozen lakes to get there. They set up rings and they do all that circuit up there. And the Northern tours, they're well known in history of pro wrestling. There's a lot of documentation on.
Chris goes up there. Justin Bieber goes up there.
Jesse Bieber.
Jesse Bieber.
Not Justin Bieber.
Not Justin,
I don't think
no, he can't wrestle.
Also, the CWF, their shows, I think they have one coming up April 27th. 203 Carlton Street is the new venue, Pat Porter, right behind the Cappola's restaurant.
Isn't that Coppola?
Coppola. Yeah, I don't know. Coppola.
You got to go over to Little Italy in Niagara Falls, New York, and find out how to say these names.
Yeah, Little Italy. Speaking of Little Italy, Pat Porter, Elio DiPaolo is the name of the restaurant that Axe goes to.
Okay.
And maybe you can join him for dinner Friday night, March 15th. Doors open at 6 p.m. in Niagara Falls, New York at the Frontier Fire Hall. ESW puts on some of the best damn wrestling in the Buffalo area. ESWTix.com to see Axe and Smash of Demolition, Pat.
So you think they'll let me over the border?
I don't know. You're going to have to take a look at that and try for yourself. And I would be remiss, Pat Porter, if I didn't mention April 13th. Tickets are on sale now for Neo Pro Wrestling. Go neopro.ca. We're coming back. Columbus Club of Niagara. Terex. First title defense for the Grand Independent Championship, and a whole lot more is being added. We're announcing matches in approximately a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, at goneopro.ca.
Now, you're a commentator at that event.
Yes.
Who do you work with?
I work with the notorious TID.
TID,
yes.
Okay. He's a big guy that you bring in here every
he's
now
also
and
the host of Live Audio Wrestling and,
Right.
And many, many other things that everybody knows Tid in the wrestling business.
Sure.
Yeah.
It just sounds funny saying Tid.
Yeah, well, that's his name. That's his name.
What's his real name?
Chris Tidwell.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
where the Tid comes from. Then.
Yes, that's where it comes from.
Sounds like a nasty word.
Yeah, well, I noticed you say that when he's not here in studio, because if he wasn't here in studio, he'd get up and slap you right across the face.
Yeah. Sure he would. Yeah, these guys don't bother me.
Yeah, I think they do.
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
think you act big because, you have the history of being legendary in the boxing ring and whatnot, Golden Gloves boxing
You
champion.
got
I
it,
believe,
eh?
Yes, and and people.
The only
like
guy I
you-
worry about is Chuck Simpson.
Yeah.
From Port Colborne.
Well,
yeah.
he's got big pythons.
Oh,
he's got big mitts.
I don't go
He's
within
got
10
big
feet of
mitts.
him.
But the Axe was a big boy too, man. A lifelong career in pro wrestling, and that was amazing. And shout outs to Bill Eadie and shout outs to Axe and Joe Lynch for making this happen. And ESW March 15th. Shout outs to you guys because it was great to have Axe in on the show.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
Nice of him to call and talk to us.
Yeah.
all the way from Georgia. He's in Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta,
That's where he lives.
yes.
Yeah.
There he is. And he's coming into Niagara Falls, New York. Yeah,
That's
so
right.
that's going to be great.
When he comes up and finds out the weather's different.
No, it's a little bit different, but
Yeah.
the Axe has been here wrestling in many, many years.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows the area. He's happy here.
That's good. Well,
So-
we're looking forward to seeing him. Friday, March 15th, Niagara Falls, New York, Frontier Fire Hall, ESW Wrestling. Get your tickets at ESWTix.com.
There you go, Pat Porter.
All right.
That's all I got on me.
That's all you got? That's
Yeah.
it? Hey, you want to hear another song before we sign off?
You want to do a song? We'll do a song.
You got some good music here this time.
All right,
so
all right.
We'll play something that you did, that you put together on the playlist here. So here's Bad Street, USA.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Speaking of wrestling, a little Michael Hayes and the Fabulous Freebirds. You're going to like this one, Pat Porter. Let's,
What?
I said let's do it. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Down the street, they ran the other way. Back Street, Atlanta, DA. Back Street in the whole USA. Back Street, nasty and high. The further down the block you went, the better it got.